I was relaxing with a bourbon when the call came through. A body, dead in Tudor Close. 4 suspects. Cause of death, unknown. Murder weapon, as yet unknown. Hell, they didn't even know in which room the murder had taken place. When I arrived on the scene, forensics had already removed the body. The suspects had been kept apart, and I interviewed them separately. I accepted a shot of bourbon to aid my concentration. I began in the conservatory, where I discovered Mrs. White, the cleaner, hiding a rope. During interrogation, it transpired that she'd just brought the washing in and was tidying the line away. She confided in me that she had seen Miss Scarlett, the victim's fiancée, in the arms of another man on several occasions. I heard a noise from the other end of the house. I apprehended Mrs. Peacock, a neighbor, in the hall, about to make off with the candlesticks. She claimed she was borrowing them for a dinner party. Professor Plum corroborated her story over a glass of bourbon in his study. I had to let her go. I spied a spanner on Professor Plum's desk. My suspicions were unfounded. It was still in its Amazon packaging, and I witnessed the delivery as I arrived on the scene. The professor also had suspicions about Miss Scarlett, who was last on my list. I interviewed her in the lounge where the body had been discovered, in the hope of unsettling her. I studied her demeanor as I sipped another bourbon. She seemed cool, cold even, for one whose fiancé had just met an untimely death. She became edgy when I asked to examine her handbag. I threatened to return with a warrant, and the fight drained out of her. In her bag was a revolver, and it seemed the game was up. However, the lack of blood at the scene and the fact that the firearm was cold indicated this could not have been the murder weapon. She might have intended murder, but I'd have to search elsewhere for the perpetrator. I drained my glass and accepted another bourbon. Just then, the call came through from the lab. Poison! The victim had died from eating an out-of-date ham sandwich. I thought back to the crime scene. The kitchen. The refrigerator. The open door. Of course, the final piece of the jigsaw had fallen into place.